All right, so we talked about the term dry and how that is the opposite of sweet. So when you're describing wine and you say you enjoy dry wines, that means you enjoy wines without residual sugar. So I want to talk about this term residual sugar, or RS. First, sugar in wine is not a bad thing. For some reason, people love sugar in their cake, but they hate it in their wine. It's so frustrating. Some of the most historically significant wines are sweeter wines. They have residual sugar. And all that the term means is that it's the leftover sugar after fermentation has finished, or that we've stopped fermentation. So yeast eat the sugar that's available to create alcohol, CO2, and heat. And keeping any sugar, one, could be for the style of the wine. So these regions like Sauterne, Port, Tokaj, certain wines within the Pradekat system of Germany, but also for the sake of balance. One way to balance out high acid is with sugar. And no quality wine production is going to be using any sort of additive to create sweetness. So the way that we retain any of that sugar is through either chilling the fermentation down to the point where the yeast are no longer functioning, and then we filter them out. We can fortify, in the case of port, where we're adding a neutral brandy to then kill off the yeast by bringing it up past their alcohol threshold. And there are a few other methods. I highly recommend going and checking out The Grape Grind. She just posted a slide through of all of the methods to retain sugar, and it's a really great cheat sheet. And then I highly recommend that you go find some quality wines that do contain some residual sugar and start to experiment with your palate, and not always assume that sweet wines are going to be these cloyingly sugary, syrupy concoctions. While we call them dessert wines, they have a larger pairing potential than we give them credit for. All right, that's all for now. Bye!